Alright, back with game number 2 in the best of 3 series here at the mYinsanity VersaSphere Invitational. The first game was won by mYinsanity. We're looking at the best of 3 between mYinsanity and MouseSports. MouseSports just recently acquired the team formerly known as CoinFlip, and they are now in their first, well, in the first big tournament. Well, big tournament is probably like the wrong term, since we have one of the first tournaments here in Heroes of the Storm being played. It's still in alpha status, so this is also one of the reasons why we have a bit of a compromise here in regards to the replay client. Blizzard, of course, is going to supply us with a good observer version or feature in just a bit, at least we all hope so, and then we can give you probably a bit of a more high quality coverage. I apologize for all the compromise that we have to go for right now, but I think it's pretty cool to at least see how the game progresses, and then we have this young esports scene in Europe and America already building up. So at this point we have MouseSports down 1 game in the best of 3 series. They basically got rolled in the first game. It was not a pleasant experience, I think, but it just showed how dominant mYinsanity currently is on the European server together with Team Empire. But MouseSports just struggled, especially at the beginning, and it started to snowball from there on out. So they have a chance to come back in this best of 3 with a win on the Haunted Mines, and we are going to have a look at the team compositions here to just go over the strategies for mYinsanity and MouseSports. Araragi is playing on the Stitches this time, and you can really see that we have basically MouseSports giving up on the idea of utilizing Stitches Zeratul and mYinsanity picking those heroes up. In regards to the bans, we had in this particular game Tychus banned once again and the Tassadar, whereas mYinsanity is now picking up the Stitches and the Zeratul, Lol on the Zeratul, Araragi on Stitches. And interestingly enough, if you play this combo between Stitches and Zeratul, you're of course aiming for the hook, and then the Zeratul to drop the Void Prism against the rest of the team that is trying to save the hooked hero. But if you want to make that even a little bit more nasty, you bring Nova into play as well. Nova is a great hero that is being played more as a caster DPS than a right-click DPS, especially with the snipe ability, then later on the precision strike and things like that. So what you really want to go, if you go for all 3 heroes, you can basically kill any hero in the game if you get a good hook off. Because you go for the same thing that you would do with Stitches and Zeratul at the beginning, but Nova just supplies the burst damage that you need to take any hero down, no matter what kind of hero it is. Even a Diablo will be dropped by this triple composition here, if you can pull that off. Arthas is being thrown into the mix as the additional sustain on the map, being the block at the front, the bruiser that really starts to tank the damage and also initiates with his Howling Blast. Ace of Spades taking on the Brightwing this time for the heals, and trying of course to supply here as support to the team. When we look at Team MouseSports, they had to change up composition a bit as well, and what they are trying to do here is first of all run with a composition that is more relying on stun, with Kerrigan on Primal Grasp and Impaling Blades, with Sonya for the leap, Uther with his stun abilities, but then, most of all, then a Zebo for the DPS. We don't see a Vala, the Tychus has been banned, so the DPS comes here from Kerrigan, from Tyrael, and we have the Nazebo with his heroic ability, with the Ravenous Spirit. And the big thing about the Ravenous Spirit is that it's an absolutely amazing ability, and it's probably one of the most high DPS abilities in the entire game. The problem with it is that it's a channeling ability, so you need to have your hero in a position where he can't attack by your opponent, and that's where the rest comes into play. They have to make sure that nobody gets close enough to Nazebo to really attack him while he's channeling the said ultimate. We have a lot of skills here on the side of mYinsanity to interrupt that. We have Zeratul that could use his ultimate, we have Brightwing as well, we have Stitches that can pick up a talent for his slam later on to make it happen, and of course the hook itself also lends itself to something like that. But that's kind of the comps that the teams are currently going for, that we're going to see how this is going to work out for them. Haunted Mines is always a bit of a special case when you look at the map. We have also the opportunity here for especially MouseSports to run a bit of a gank squad with the Kerrigan and the Sonya here. A lot of damage that can be dished out by those two in the early stages, and if you can pick off an early hero, that will definitely give you a nice lead in the game and give you the momentum to, for example, go for a few mercenary camps. And that is maybe one of the strategies that we're gonna see here by one of the teams. The watchtowers on this map are super important. You need to have the map vision. You want to know exactly where your opponent is positioned. It gives the bottom lane a bit more safety too. We are currently seeing a bit of a setup for a quad lane at the bottom with Ace of Spades apparently at the top, but first of all is the setup in the middle, trying to maybe see if you can get a kill off against the opponent. Even a bit of a prediction hook by Araragi here, not hitting anything though. We have in the middle the setup with the Sonya and Kiragakash on the Karrigan, trying to look for an opportunity to kill something. Uther is soaking the experience on the bottom lane, and on the top we have Kuki on the Nazeebo and Ali on the Tyrell. But we still have the two heroes that could gank here, the high DPS on Shinobu and Lowell, with Worf going for the initiate. They're already starting to look for a kill, with the two stealthers starting to move into the vision of the watchtower. Worf is still not going for that, and especially down here at the bottom, our Uther has to be very careful. Blackmoor doesn't really know what's going on. They all see that they don't see those heroes on the map, so they are probably a bit weary about what to do here. The attempt to take the siege camp here is also ongoing, and that's something where we already see Shinobu moving in, and now they have to be very careful of what they do here. We have Kiragakash moving back. Nice setup here for Shinobu. Oh, Karrigan has to be careful. She's all alone. Here comes the Howling Blast. Snipe being used. Lowell jumps in, and bam! Karrigan is down. Even Blackmoor with the Uther who was trying to move in, and the heal was not fast enough for that, and that Siege Giant camp now goes straight to mYinsanity. Great opening for them. MouseSports was looking for the kill. They were looking for the early Siege Giant camp too, but it is mYinsanity gets both of that, and now suddenly the momentum for mYinsanity allows them to take another camp here. We have two heroes committing to the defense against the Siege Giants at the bottom lane, and that allows the rest of the team at the top for mYinsanity to get another Siege Giant camp. So great momentum going for mYinsanity now. It's of course not like we are still in a position where you are on the same level as level 3 against level 2, but with level 3 about to drop for MouseSports as well. So right now it's a bit of an iffy, or like a bit of an iffy start for MouseSports, but not anything that will give mYinsanity a too big lead here in the game. All the way at the top here, by the way, we have Ace of Spades. Needs to be a bit careful against the setup that we see already trying to maybe go for a kill there. We have to the left side another camp being taken by Worf. Here comes the Aegis Spear, misses just by an instant for a fight camp. We have the rest of the team already converging in, trying to maybe force a battle against MouseSports at the watchtower. But Araragi with the stitches, the hook is a bit too late. Going for a prediction hook down here, not getting that off. The camp at the top is now attempted to be taken by MouseSports, but mYinsanity is moving into contested immediately. They're not willing to give any camps up here. They really want to keep those camps, and so far they've done a pretty good job with that. Have a lot of pushing power down at the bottom lane once more. The mines, of course, are going to open up very soon. And one of the crucial things, there it is, one of the crucial things on Haunted Mines is that those golems, they scale over time. They're very important. If you collect those 100 skulls that we have down there at the bottom, your golem will just gain more and more strength the more skulls you collect. And once all of the 100 skulls are collected, it's just all about the golem and the push against their opponent's forts. Ace of Spades maybe a bit out of position there. Primal Grasp and the stun, and he starts to move out here, and whoa! Yeah, that was a nice attempt that we saw here on the top lane by Kuki and the Karrigan, but that didn't work out in the end. Down here at the bottom, on the other hand, we have Ali just moving back in the last second with the Tyrael. Another attempt maybe up here. He needs to be Ice of Space needs to be super careful. If that wall of zombies hits, then he's in trouble. And we have Kiragakash still in a position where he could jump in, and it does. Ravage, Primal Grasp, and the stun going off, and this time the wall of zombies hits. Ace of Spades goes down. The sacrificial lamb here for Team mYinsanity, soaking up the XP on the top lane, but maybe a counter kill at the bottom with Fight Camp starting to move back, the Howling Blast hitting, and Sonya not able to escape here, not with Shinobu ready for another strike. And he uses the snipe here, takes the hero down, so it's a 2-1 now in favor of mYinsanity, with MouseSports finally claiming their first mercenary camp and starting to push against the top lane. The levels are 6 versus 7. The one thing that really has to concern MouseSports a bit is how big that golem is going to be for mYinsanity. And it's surprising to me to see that this night camp was not taken even earlier by MouseSports, since they realized or identified how many heroes were down in the mines and trying to collect those skulls. And with them also now taking the golem, it's going to be a pretty brutal attack to face in the next few minutes here for MouseSports. So I have to be careful with that. But the levels are the same, level 7 versus level 7. The 8, of course, hitting soon for mYinsanity. They still have an experience lead, but it's just nice to see that, at least so far in the game, MouseSports is able to keep up a lot better than they were on a Dragonshire, where they very much struggled against the composition that was run by Team mYinsanity. And Team mYinsanity is still top dog here in Europe currently. Once again, just the quick note that there is also a raffle going on if you want to participate in that. Oops, by the way, before we do that, let's have a look at Cookie, because he's in trouble, getting Howling Blasted, and yeah, not even close. I mean, 3 against 1. That was just a slaughter here. 3 kills against 1 so far in the game. Coming back to the raffle, if you go to facebook.com/mYinsanity.eu, you have to like the page and then also comment on any post that is connected to the invitational, and you will be able to participate in the raffle. What we also see there is, yeah, mYinsanity participating in the taking of the siege golems. They actually just snatched those out of MouseSports' hands. MouseSports doing all the heavy lifting and taking down the golems, forcing them into submission, but then it's mYinsanity present there to take them, and suddenly we have not only the 90% golem up here, as you can see, 90% against 10% golem. Oh, Tyrell moving back, but also the double siege giants going straight for it. The same is true at the bottom, by the way. Ah, Tyrell getting killed here. Was moving in once more, and he gets taken out now. Down here at the bottom, nothing to defend against the siege golem and the double siege giant for Team MouseSports, but MouseSports is in trouble with Cookie trying to heal up at the well. He does that, but is way too far at the front. That hook misses him by an inch. That would have been a kill right there. Cookie moving back just a second before the hook would have been hitting him. So now MouseSports is just trying to take that golem down, and it looks more and more like mYinsanity is starting to just move back. Do they really want to engage here once again? They are hooking Cookie. They might be able to get him. Nope, there's the Tyrael with the shields helping out, and mYinsanity about to move back. They need to defend their bottom lane. We already have that golem going ham on the fort. Very unlikely that MouseSports is going to be able to secure this one. But we have down at the bottom of the lane the golem down, but the 2 siege giants still doing their work. And it will, with just another rock thrown against the fort, it will go down too. Then we have 4 forts against 4, and yep, there it is. Goes down. Level 10 already for mYinsanity, level 9 for MouseSports. They should hit the level 10 very soon though, considering that they just took down another fort, and there it is. So let's take a quick look at the talents that we have in this game. We have Gorge for Araragi with Slam build that he's currently going for. I expect him to at least go for the sprint here. Then later on with a Fish Hook, that would be the normal talent to get, but we already talked about the Ravenous Spirit being the ultimate to watch out for in the composition that MouseSports is running, so you need to interrupt that Nazebo ult whenever you can. Might pick up the stun here instead. For Worf on the Arthurs, it's the same build that he showed us in game number 1. He's relying on the Army of the Dead for the sustain, whereas the Void Prism on Zeratul should not be a surprise to anybody out there. Nova is going for the Precision Strike build. We already have a picking up Envenom, as does the Arthurs here. It's a double Envenom, with the Blink Hero now being played, or the Blink Hero ability being played by the Brightwing. Those were not taken just yet. There they are with Judgment on Tyrael as the heroic ability, the Ravenous Spirit. Surprise, surprise. Maelstrom, of course, also something that we shouldn't neglect here. We didn't really talk about it too much, but if you get a good setup here with the Sonya Leap coming in with the Ravenous Spirit, then the Maelstrom even supplying more area of effect damage, that's of course absolutely amazing, especially if the Uther is able to move in and follow the Sonya Leap stun off with the stun on his own. So that's the situation in the game right now. Once that the teams hit 10, we have 4 kills against 1 kill. And let's see how this is going to work out for MouseSports this time. They need a victory here. If they don't win this one, then they go down into the losers bracket, where they will have to face El Nexo, the team of Lucifron and Vortex. If they take it though, then it's going to be a 3rd game, and the winner of the best of 3 will advance to face Team Empire in the winner bracket final then. Another attempt to set up, and if you want to end the laning phase and really go for those 5-man fights, the Brightwing down here is playing a crucial role, since he can soak EXP up to the last second and then just blink off to one of the allied heroes. Both teams are looking for the camp here now, and it looks like mYinsanity wants to grab that real quick. There comes still Sonya. Are they moving in? It looks like MouseSports wants to go for it, but Karrigan isn't there. They move in regardless. Karrigan is not with them just yet. Brightwing already jumped in. We have the hook against the Nazebo, and mYinsanity is moving back. Uther has to go for the Judgment, goes in. The Nazebo is down. Precision Strike, hitting 2 heroes, and Karrigan about to die. Tyrael is also very low. Karrigan is out. Sonya is dying as well. The Howling Blast against Ali on the Tyrael, and oh my god, this is a slaughter. 4 heroes down already. Ali trying to somehow escape it, but yeah, mYinsanity turns the middle of the cursed mines into a graveyard. The haunted mines, of course. Like, this is just brutal, and Shinobu is picking up the kill against Tyrell. There was no way for Ali to escape this. We have MouseSports being down in kills again and in levels. It's level 13 versus 10 and 9 against 1 kills, with at least 1 tower being taken out here. We have the camp, the Siege Giant camp, being taken out by mYinsanity. They're even looking for another kill against the Carrigan. But actually, with all those heroes coming up right now, it's going to be a bit more tricky for mYinsanity to take this camp. Is MouseSports engaging? Are they trying to do it? They're certainly thinking about it. We didn't really see the leap yet. For some reason in the last fight, we did not see Sonya use her leap. We had the Maelstrom just for a second, but they are not fighting it just yet. Most of the ultimates are already down. They don't have their heroic abilities, except for the Sonya, so you don't really want to go for that. Another camp opening up, and we have it taken by mYinsanity, gaining that momentum, putting MouseSports in a very, very defensive position. Shinobu here, still trying to get like 1 or 2 hits off, and of course also using his holo to make sure that they know where exactly MouseSports is positioned. Vision is everything in this game. If you are initiating it into a team battle and you get good vision of your opponent's team before that, and you get the initiation off, then it's absolutely amazing what you can do with your abilities. The Knights, that's what both teams are trying to contest now, but we have that push at the top. That is, of course, another concern for MouseSports. Eventually, they will have to move back, and it looks more like mYinsanity is just going for the mines again. They already have Zeratul down there, taking the skulls, and that's the opportunity for MouseSports now to claim those Knights, which they do. It's level 11 versus level 13. But another big golem for MouseSports, for mYinsanity, would of course be a massive, massive win for them, since those golems, they scale over time, and you want to have, especially the second and the third golem, as big as possible. Now we have the engage up at the golem. They're trying to take that. We have the first hero for the team already down in the mines. For my MouseSports, that is. Cookie is there. The rest of the team is moving down there too, except for Sonya. For some reason, we do not have Sonya with the team. Was trying to take down the Siege Giants, I guess. But the rest of the team is moving in. A 4 versus 5 would not be a nice move. But they catch Worf out of position. They catch Worf. Here comes the precision strike. Worf's still alive thanks to his ultimate. And he's sacking one unit after another. Ravenous Spirit coming in. We have Void Prism used against the Carrigan. Tyrell is already down, though. Ace of Spades moving back. He's dying as well. The Ravenous Spirit taking him out. The Brightwing is dead too. And here comes Sonya now finally into the battle. Uther is already about to die. Carrigan bit the dust. We have Worf. There comes the leap. And nice fight camp on the Sonya. Takes down Arthur's, at least already realizing that there was no way for him to survive this, so he at least turns around, jumps in with the leap and takes it. It was for most of the fight a 4 versus 5. MouseSports fighting with 1 hero down. Sonya not with the team, had to take care of the Siege Giants at first. They saw an opportunity. They were hoping to drop Worf just fast enough, but with him getting the ultimate off and then sacrificing ghouls, it was just not happening. It was just way too much heal and sustain for him. So very well played by mYinsanity there. That turned things around on their opponent's team. But I have to give it to Cookie here. Great ultimate by him. The Ravenous Spirit taking down Ace of Spades. 2 kills already on Ace of Spades. So far he is the hero to go for. They focus him in most of the fights. It was very well done by Cookie to get that ultimate off like it. And wasn't even interrupted for a long, long time. And then of course the Sonya kill on the Arthurs, at least trading a bit. He already realized that he couldn't save himself there. We have more camps being taken, and as a lot of the heroes for MouseSports were already down, it was just a push at the beginning. That golem is absolutely massive. We are looking at a golem that has 96 against 4, so the one down here is super tiny, and they don't really bother about it too much. Only Ace of Spades is defending against it, and we already talked about Brightwing's ability to jump back. Talking about jumping things, the hook on the Carrigan, moving in here. Ravenous Spirit, look at that position for Cookie, absolutely amazing. We have the precision strike not really hitting too much just yet. Blackmore was moving back, and the Uther is dead once more. We have mYinsanity moving in, trying to aim for Cookie here. A nice wall of zombies against the Stitches, surviving for a few more seconds, but in the end he gets dropped regardless. The Tempest by Arthur slowing him down, and the Howling Blast finishing the job, with Tyrell now also dead. 3-4 heroes down for MouseSports, and mYinsanity, they just move in. Mercilessly they push their way towards the core. They smell blood in the water now. They are about to end this game. It would be the 2-0. It would bring them face to face with Team Empire in the winner bracket final if they can make it happen, and would put MouseSports down to face El Nexo in the loser bracket. So well played by mYinsanity, just showing again why they're just such a top-notch team. MouseSports, not bad by any means, but it's just like a very, very huge difference in yeah, well, I guess experience that we have there, and also, of course, in how those, yeah, in the practice regime, I would say. They just picked up the team. MouseSports picked up Team Coin Flip, so we have now the opportunity for the German team to just grow and just use the infrastructure provided by MouseSports to get better at the game, to just get the experience that they need there. It's definitely interesting to follow their development here, and I'm super excited for that. This was the first test that they had, and they were going up against one of the best teams that we currently have in Europe in this early esports scene. And, well, as you could see, there's still some work for them to do, but I'm confident that they will be able to put the work in and then be on eye level with the teams that are facing in this invitational. In the talents, looking at it, you can see that we really had the pulverize ability taken by Araragi here to interrupt the ultimate on the Nazebo. Cookie got some very impressive ultimates in there. I really love the position that he had with the last one. Was not able to really kill anything there, but very well played by him regardless of that. And in general, it just showed that, especially when it comes to the team fights, mYinsanity had a bit of a lead there. Two of those big battles that we saw, we had MouseSports only present with 4 players. One time Carrigan was missing, the other time the Sonya. You don't really want to engage against such an experienced team as mYinsanity with 1 player down. It is the 2-0 for mYinsanity. We have mYinsanity versus Empire in the winner bracket. We have on the losers bracket side then El Nexo with Lucifron and Vortex going up against MouseSports. Those games will come in very soon. Make sure that you check out VersaSphere.net for the bracket if you're interested to see how exactly all of this came to pass, or if you want to have a look at the VODs that we recorded so far. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you enjoyed the commentary and the matches. There's a lot more on the channel currently to be had if you didn't catch all of those Heroes of the Storm games just yet. And always give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and of course you can give me some feedback in the comments as well. Thank you very much for tuning in today, and I'm going to see you for the next best of 3 soon enough, with MouseSports going up against El Nexo and Team Empire going up against mYinsanity. See you guys in a bit. Bye bye.